True brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Extension, that's all they have to make.
I wonder if they know we can't afford one. Thing as well. Is this just a new tractor thing? Do you not think there should be 4 steps? It's that big. You need long legs. Some snazzy buttons on it. Look at these bad boys. Got spinny buttons. The keys up here. Very good idea, very good idea. It's that big. There's too much space between you and where the handle would be, so there is no handle. Grab that there from here. Really long arms. A PTO on the front, that's very snazzy. I know what I'm doing on it.
No, don't.
Sensible for the boys, I can do it, It doesn't need a big bonnet, it just has one. How light-hearted's light-hearted?
Just see links on the front of there.
He's speaking foreign to me. This nice man from Cars that doesn't want to be videoed, who stood over there. He's brought me a tractor to look at. Now, obviously, we are complete scrapbags and we can't afford one. I don't know if he quite knows that. It's a spanky brand new Massey Ferguson 6S155. It's got a PTO on the front, unlike the one we saw the other day, and front links. 16 LED lights. I mean, if you didn't need anything else, you need them. Didn't ask how much it is. You pay for quality, guys, you pay for quality.
And then you've got the 2 mechanical spills, but you can also get fingertip ones to replace mechanical ones.
Oh, look at this, is snazzy.
Control everything through your touch screen. Good success on.
Very cute. Oh, look, you can see him in there. Look. See, look at this, you got a double seat. I drive just to purely get me out of doing any work because of the newness. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's like your
Oh, so you preset it to something?
So yeah, so if you've got something heavy that's on the back,
yeah,
you will preset it when you stop at the junction and put your clutch in, you will knock it down to a low gear.
Right.
So it's an easy, it goes to that gear ready for you to set off. Yeah.
Really bumpy, and it's actually not that bad. I'm not doing a Gina. So look at me, I'm not banging my head on the window. Is the mid-range snazzy cab. So if you're a pauper like me, you go for the essential, which is pretty bog basic, like what you're looking at. And here has got fancy seats. It's got a really nice touch screen, super luxe suspension seat, climate control, a 9 Datatronic touchpad screen.
9 inch.
Sorry, 9 inch. That extra inch makes all the difference. It's got a decent armrest. Honestly, it's got that massive armrest. Go one step up and get the exclusive. I'll show you what that looks like in brochure, because let's be honest, no one round here who dairy farms is going to buy one, so you'll have to look at it in the brochure. Be posh to want one of them. It's got leather seats, two screens.
Oh,
Look,
yes.
What is this? Sits there looking at people all day. And you fancy change into a Massey, it's auto guide ready, so you can just stick your sat nav on it, Joe. And your feet, I quite like that. That's a very, very good design feature for the passenger. Room between my bottom and my foot right now. I think the cab's probably a lot bigger than ours, is it? Yes. Trust him, he's trying to sell you something. Are 3.2 tons, which will probably lift more than Roy's ML if you ever were in the need to lift an ML up with some front legs.
So when you're mowing and you come to the end of your headland,
yep,
you can press F1 and you can input the headland management. It'll lift your mower up for so many seconds.
That's clever.
You turn round, you press it, then it will go back down into float. If you've got front and back mowers, you can set all the configuration for that as well. This is your 5.
Said this the other day, it makes you realise why kids are so confident driving big tractors, because they're not hard to do now, are they?
Yeah. So you can put anything to these buttons. So your links, your engine, your steering, your PTOs, your gears, telephone.
That's obviously the most important thing.
Yeah. You know,
has it got good speakers?
Listen to my live lounge cover of Naive by the Cooks.
Yeah.
But that is a very good cover.
Have that as an
She's
option.
not running around saying all
The most important things you need to get right.
Yeah, like that. And then you leave the handbrake off and you rev it up.
And see if it goes forward.
It creeps forwards or backwards.
Clean when he got here, and then in obviously true farm style, we messed it up. Looks like it's in some work, you know. Authentic somehow. Likes a clean tractor. No one. Apart from all them weirdos at Olly's yard, they love a clean tractor. I can't even show you, I'm not that top. Bit there, that bit. Spy on you with it. They can see if something's going to go wrong and stop it going wrong before it goes wrong. Hold on. Gonna have to do it all again now. Better go again now I've got my hat on. Jesus Christ, I better do some promotion. Here we have the best Massey that ever did come down this lane. It's a 6S 155. It should be thinner. The mudguard swivel. Stop.
Round with it and just landed round.
Look at this! You got all the balls with the Massey. Wow!
These are the if you like going to lights,
What are them for?
impress me a 6
I don't want them.
Just totally out there. Just
I love these little ones.
There's
He's not buying one and he's not seriously looking at one, but he's driving it to school. Might not need to buy a new hat after all. I dyed my hair blue. I don't really like it. I used to have blue hair and I used to love it. I maybe don't like it now. I'm old after all. So I think this will probably be the only time you see it. And then I'm going to change it back. So yesterday I did a video with Cars Billington. They came down the lane and the very nice man who doesn't want to be named or shown. So the thing about doing YouTube is it brings all the boys to your yard. I can tell you that for sure. If you want boys in your yard showing you tractors, start a YouTube channel. So that Massey was actually a really nice tractor. It was obviously AGCO, which is the same as the Valtra. I mean, I don't know if people expect me to talk properly about tractors. I didn't start this channel with the intention of doing that. I can, but I didn't start this channel with the intention of doing that. I am more of a cow girl and a sheep girl. I mean, I can tell you which, lamb came out of every sheep, that kind of thing. I'm not so much a machinery person, neither is Roy. So whilst it was nice to have a ride out in and make a silly video, yeah, it was actually a pretty decent tractor. We're not actually in the market for a tractor. The Valtra has done very, very little mileage, and obviously this is where all the problems with the AdBlue are coming from, because we don't use it enough. The Case does more hours than the Valtra just because it's on the feeder and it's going up and down all the time. So for those of you who are actually interested, that tractor was a Massey Ferguson 6S 155. I think the 155 means something to do with horsepower. And if you're really lucky and you ask him nicely, it can be boosted to 175. Now, I'm quite a visual person and I like things put into context, into perspective. I don't know how fast that is. You might know. Sounds big to me. Or if you're Olly Harrison, it sounds really small. not about the size, Ollie. How you use it. So it had a 4-cylinder engine, he told me, and it could be, it could drive at 50k. It had air brakes. Ours does not have air brakes. That is why it is a slightly lesser speed. It can't go that fast. And a word to the wise from that nice man who doesn't want to be named from Cars yesterday. Don't knock it out of gear and coast down a hill at the speed of light, because you will blow your tractor up, basically. So the tractor I sat in yesterday was the efficient model. That's the mid-range model. There's a one that's lesser, rather more basic, which is probably what we would be looking at in the long run. And then one that's a lot more snazzy with 2 screens, leather seats and all the fancy stuff. Basic difference is the giant armrest with all the fancy buttons on it. In the lesser model, that gets taken away and you're just left with just a flicky forward backward gear stick instead of the joystick with all the controls on. It was funny when we were looking around it, the indicator stalk is identical to the Valtra, as is the arms button and the PTO button on the back of the tractor, you know, to switch it off. They're all exactly the same. Little bit like in the past, when there was like a Jaguar in at the garage, there was bits on it that you could pick out that were from a Ford Focus. It's, you know, it's just one of them things. It's a shared enterprise. The touchscreen was really smart on it. I was actually fairly impressed with that. I do like a touchscreen. I'm into technology. Going forward, when we get into milking and then robots get set up, I am going to be in my element. Honestly, I'm going to love it. And you are going to hear all about it, whether you like it or not. It's funny, me and Roy were just talking about video styles and stuff, and like you end up changing your style to suit what everyone else wants, which is really peculiar because you don't think you're going to. People do not want shepherdessy stuff. Well, maybe they do, but maybe there's too much of it out there. I don't know. Any videos I seem to do with like shepherdessy stuff on, they don't seem to do that well, even though that is pretty much what I do. So yeah, tractors, no, I'm joking. I'll keep it pretty varied, to be honest. Mostly just me absolutely ripping the schmeichel out of Roy, to be fair, which everyone seems to enjoy, including me. So yeah, win-win. You can't work hand controls with one hand.